Hey friend, I'm so glad you're here. Today we're slowing down to tap into something we all need a little bit more of: gratitude. Whether life feels busy, overwhelming, or just a bit meh, taking a moment to reflect on what we're thankful for can make a big difference. This isn't about forcing positivity, big gestures, or perfect moments. It's about finding those small pockets of thankfulness, the little things that bring us peace and joy, even in the middle of chaos. Through gentle movement and mindful breathing, we are going to release some tension and create space to recognize those little things, the quiet moments that ground us. No pressure, no expectations, just a chance to move, breathe, and feel more connected, grounded, and thankful. So wherever you are right now, this practice is for you. Let's take a moment to shift our focus, find a little gratitude, and move together. Ready to begin? To set up, find a quiet, open space where you can get comfortable and move freely without distractions. A yoga mat is great if you have one, but totally optional. Feel free to use a blanket instead. Blocks and an extra blanket can also be helpful but aren't necessary. Set up in a way that feels cozy and supportive for you. As we move through this practice, remember that this time is for you. There's no pressure, no rush, just a moment and chance to be present, breathe, and move with intention. Listen to your body and honor what feels best for you today. Discomfort can mean a productive stretch, but pain is a signal to ease up. This practice is adaptable and is here to support you, so if a pose doesn't feel right, feel free to skip it or modify it. Respect your body's limits and tune into how you're feeling. Take this time to honor yourself. You deserve it. Now enjoy your practice. Welcome to Natora Yoga. My name is Gigi, and I'm happy to be your guide through today's yoga practice. Let's settle in. Sit cross-legged on your mat in easy seat. Option to place a folded blanket or a block under your sitting bones to elevate your hips and reduce strain on your knees and your lower back. Once you find your comfortable seat, evenly distribute your weight across both sit bones. Ground down and feel the support of the surface beneath you. Lengthen your spine. Allow your shoulders to relax down away from your ears. Keep your hands resting comfortably on your thighs with the palms facing down. To help turn your attention inward, soften your gaze at a point in front of you, or gently close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath. Breathe at a pace that feels comfortable for you right now. Notice the natural rhythm of your inhalations and exhalations without trying to control it. Maybe feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest or your belly as you breathe, or the sensation of the breath entering and exiting through your nostrils. Keep your hands resting comfortably on your thighs or lap, or I invite you to either bring one hand to your heart and the other to your belly, or bring both hands to your heart. Feel the gentle rhythm of your heartbeat. Sometimes life moves so quickly that we forget to pause and appreciate what is right in front of us. Gratitude is a powerful tool that can shift our mindset, taking a moment to recognize the good no matter how big or small, even during challenging times. When we consciously recognize what we're thankful for, we create space in our hearts and our minds for more happiness and connection. Let's take a moment to recognize the simple things that surround us and the little moments that fill our lives with light. This body, a body that is able to move and breathe, this breath and this oxygen that we breathe that gives us life, the miracle of being alive on this planet hurling through the universe. Life experiences, both the good and the ones where you face challenges and that have taught you valuable life lessons. Simple joys like a warm cup of coffee in the morning, the taste of your favorite meal, the tune of your favorite song, a cozy bed, the comfort of coming home after a long day, the warmth of the sun on your skin, a hobby that you enjoy. Living somewhere where you have freedoms and rights. Having your basic needs met. Having access to clean water, food, shelter, clothes, resources like technology and the internet. Having a job that provides a living or gives you a sense of purpose and fulfillment. The routines or practices that allow you to decompress and recenter. In your community, the people, places, and spaces that bring you joy, love, support, safety, comfort. The love, connection, and laughter shared with friends, family, pets, and loved ones. The people you see every day at home, in your neighborhood, at work or at school, and those places that you frequent that brighten your day. Even this very moment of gratitude we're sharing together as a yoga community. So much to be thankful for. Let's take 3 deep breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As we flow today, I invite you to bring this sense of gratitude into each movement. With every stretch, think of something or someone you appreciate. Let that feeling wash over you and transform your practice into a celebration of thankfulness. On your next breath, gently release your hands down and open your eyes. Let's start by warming up the body. Moving into our neck circles, drop your chin into your chest Inhale, circle your head to the left. Exhale, gently circle your head to the right. Inhale, circle left. Exhale, right. One more inhale. Exhale. Pause at center. Reverse the direction. Inhale, circle your head to the right. Exhale, gently circle to the left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. Lift your chin from your chest. Moving into our shoulder rolls. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale your shoulders back and down. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale back and down. Inhale up. Exhale back and down. Pause at center and reverse the direction of your shoulder roll. Inhale your shoulders back and up. Exhale forward and down. Inhale back and up. Exhale forward and down. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale your arms up overhead. Bring your palms to touch. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the mat. Walk your right hand out to the side as you reach your left arm up and over for a side body stretch. Keep both of your sitting bones grounded as you breathe. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat. Walk your left hand out to the side as you reach your right arm up and over. Both sitting bones are grounded. Maybe feel a nice stretch along your right side body. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands back down to the mat. Transition onto your hands and knees for table pose. If you are sitting on a block or a blanket, you can set it out to the side. For table pose, bring your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Let's warm up the spine by moving into cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly. Lift your tailbone, lift your gaze for cow pose. Exhale, push the mat away from you, round your spine, tilt your tailbone down, drawing the navel to the spine for cat pose. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, your gaze. Exhale, push the mat away from you, round your spine, tilt the tailbone down for cat pose. One more, inhale for cow pose. Exhale for cat pose. Inhale back to center, neutral spine. Bring your big toes to touch. Take your knees wide. Sit your hips back and down for child's pose. Keep your arms extended out in front of you. Rest your forehead on the mat. Take a couple deep breaths here. Press into your hands, lift your hips up and forward. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Press down through your hands, engage your arm muscles. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent as much as feels comfortable. Option to stay here and breathe, or you can walk your dog by extending one heel towards the ground and bending the opposite knee and switching sides. You'll feel an opening on the backs of your legs. Come back to a bent knee, downward facing dog. Bring your knees down to the mat. Bring shoulders over wrists, hips over your knees. Inhale, extend your left leg long. Exhale, bring your left knee to your chest. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Tuck your back toes. Ground down through your front foot. Use the strength of your legs and your core to lift your upper body. You can clasp your hands and place it on top of your left thigh. Draw your navel to your spine to engage your core, maintain balance and stability. Option to stay here or inhale your arms up overhead for low lunge. Breathe deeply. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. If you have blocks, you can grab them. Walk your hands towards the back of your mat as you untuck your back toes, straighten your front leg. You can flex your toes towards your shin to protect the knee. Keep a slight bend in your front knee. Half split. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your leg. You can bring your hands onto the mat or onto blocks. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, walk your hands back to the front of the mat, framing your front foot. Keep your hands on the mat or on blocks. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee from the ground. Runner's lunge. Take a deep breath here. Ground down through your feet. Engage your leg muscles. Use the strength of your core to lift from your center. Bring your hands onto your hips. Stay here or inhale your arms up overhead for high lunge. Take a deep breath here. Turn your back foot so that it is parallel to the back of your mat. Face the right side of your mat. Bring your arms out into a T shape, shoulder height, and gaze past your front fingers for Warrior Two. Take a deep breath here. Turn your back foot, come back onto the ball of your foot. Turn your hips to face forward, arms up overhead for high lunge. Your front knee is bent and stacked over your ankle. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your front leg. Bring your hands down to blocks or onto the mat. Keep strength in your legs. Gently bring your right knee down to the mat. Untuck your back toes. And step your left foot back. Table pose. Shoulders over wrists, hips over your knees. Moving on to the other side. Inhale your right leg long. Exhale, bring your right knee to your chest. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Tuck your back toes. Ground down through your feet. Use the strength of your legs and your core to lift your upper body. Clasp your hands over your right thigh and stay here. You can also inhale your arms up overhead or bring your hands to your low back. Clasp your hands, interlacing the fingers and extending your arms behind you. Breathe deeply. Gently release your clasp. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Untuck your back toes. Walk your hands towards the back of the mat as you straighten your front leg. Keep a slight bend in your knee. Flex your toes towards your shins. Hands are on the mat or on blocks for half split. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your leg. Begin to walk your hands towards the top of your mat, framing your front foot. Tuck your back toes. Press down through your feet. Use the strength of your legs and core to lift your back leg or your back knee. Runner's lunge. Breathe deeply. Ground down through the feet. Use the strength of your legs and core to lift your upper body. Bring hands onto your hips, or inhale, arms up overhead, high lunge. Take a deep breath here. Turn your back foot so that it is parallel to the back of your mat. Your front knee is bent. The knee is stacked over your ankle. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Your arms are out into a T shape, shoulder height. Gaze past your front fingers for warrior two. Breathe deeply. Come back onto the ball of your back foot. Shift your hips to face forward. Arms up overhead for high lunge. Option to also bring your hands to the back, to your low back. Clasping your hands, interlacing your fingers, and extending your arms behind you. Get a nice opening in your chest. Open your heart to gratitude. Breathe deeply. Gently release the clasp. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands back down to the mat or onto blocks for runner's lunge. Deep breath. Bring your back knee onto the mat. Untuck your back toes and step your right foot to the back of the mat. Table pose. Press down through your hands, engage your arm muscles, draw the navel to the spine, tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Breathe deeply. Bring your knees back onto the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Take your knees wide. Sit your hips back and down for child's pose for a couple of breaths. Press into your hands to lift your hips up and forward. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Swing your legs out to the right and sit your hips back down to the left. Bring your legs out in front of you and sit towards the center of your mat. Both sitting bones are grounded. Lengthen your spine. Keep a slight bend in your knees. Flex your toes towards your shins. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over your legs, hinging at your hips for seated forward fold. You can bring your hands onto the mat onto blocks or your shins. Take a deep breath here. Set your blocks out to the side if you have them. Inhale your arms up overhead, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Bring your feet flat, bend your knees. Place your hands on the backs of your thighs and slowly roll onto your back one vertebra at a time. Your arms are alongside your body, feet are flat on the mat, knees bent. You can walk your heels in towards your sitting bones until your fingertips are able to lightly graze the backs of your heels. Moving into bridge pose. Press down through your feet. Spin your inner thighs down as you lift your hips up for bridge pose. Stay here and breathe, or you can roll your shoulder blades underneath of you and clasp your hands underneath of your sitting bones. Breathe here. Unclasp the hands and slowly lower your hips to the ground one vertebra at a time. You can remove your shoulder blades from underneath of you. Bring your knees into your chest and hug them in. If it feels good. You can also gently rock side to side to get a massage on your lower back. Take a moment of gratitude for your body, your breath, and for the movement from today's practice. Come back to center. Extend your arms and your legs long and wide, taking up space on the mat. Moving into Shavasana, our final relaxation. Allow your spine to lengthen along the floor. Your feet are falling naturally at the sides. Your palms are facing the sky. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Relax all the muscles in your face, including your brows. Unhinge and release your jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Feel the support of the ground beneath you. Allow your entire body to relax and feel heavy. Breathe deeply. We will stay here in silence for several breaths, absorbing the benefits of today's practice. One more deep breath in and out. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Extend your arms up overhead and your legs long, getting a nice full body stretch. Bend your knees, bring your feet flat on the mat. Shift your hips as you roll over to one side to lay in the fetal position. Take a moment here. Grateful for this time for peace, calm, and rest. Press into your top hand as you lift your upper body back up into a comfortable seated position. If you are sitting on a block or a blanket, you can go ahead and grab that. And keep your eyes lowered or closed as you sit back upright. Take a deep breath in and out. Reconnect with your breath. Keep your hands resting comfortably on your thighs or your lap. Or I invite you to either bring both hands to your heart, or bring one hand to your heart and the other to your belly. Reconnect to the rhythm of your heartbeat. I invite you to bring to mind one thing you are grateful for today. It could be as simple as the breath you're taking right now, or a moment of joy you've experienced recently. Or think of someone who brings light and love into your life. Let this feeling of gratitude fill your heart. Now take a moment to send gratitude and love to yourself for your strengths that carry you through life, and even your areas of opportunity and growth. For simply being you, imperfect, unique, and whole, just as you are. Honor yourself for taking time today to move, breathe, and care for your body and mind. Acknowledging the good in your life, both the big blessings and the quiet, simple joys. Let this sense of gratitude fill your heart and radiate outward, touching everything and everyone in your life. Let's take 3 deep breaths together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Whenever you're ready, release your hands and gently open your eyes. Bring your awareness back to your surroundings. Thank you for showing up today and sharing this practice with me. I'm grateful for sharing this time and space together. May this sense of gratitude be a reminder of the beauty and abundance that already surrounds you. May you carry it with you off the mat and into your life. Namaste. If you enjoyed this yoga practice, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this class with someone who could benefit. I'd love to hear from you. Comment below and let me know how you're feeling after today's class and one thing you're grateful for. Let's continue to cultivate gratitude together as a community. And don't forget to share it with someone you're grateful for. It might just make their day. I look forward to flowing with you again soon. Take care of yourself and each other.